Welcome, restaurateurs. In this video, we're going to cover how you add additional users to your restaurant profile. Now we're back in the Mike Sandwiches account. As you can see, we've got everything in the restaurant info and redemption settings all taken care of. But we do have Mike down here as the administrator for the account. He has full access. We want to add two additional users. Mike has a general manager and a shift manager, and he wants them to handle different responsibilities for the Spins account. So let's go ahead and add a user now. We're going to add Bob. Bob is Mike's general manager. So we're just going to go ahead and put Bob's email address in here. Now, Bob is going to have limited access. A full access would basically give any other additional user the same access that Mike would have. Your full access should be limited to other administrators who you trust to manage everything, including your billing and the ability to build additional users. We're going to go to limited access and discuss the different sections here. So under the deals section, you have the first option, which would be to add, edit, or delete deals and set valid locations for deals. Privilege applies to all locations regardless of user location setting below. So this option would give Bob the ability to add deals and assign them to any location. We definitely want him to have that. This right here would be able to assign or unassign deals to locations. If deals were already made and you wanted to have a manager be able to assign them to locations, you'd choose this. For location management, you can have the option to allow that person to edit location, address, phone, store hours, and capacity. This would probably be the kind of thing that I would definitely want Bob to be able to do if the phone number changed suddenly or maybe the hours needed to change. I definitely want him to be in charge of managing scheduling down below, so that's pretty good. I also want Bob to be able to manage the holiday hours and make any edits and changes to that if necessary for the holidays. Under scheduling, we have the regular scheduling option, which gives a user the ability to edit location capacity schedules across the board. And then there's the temporary scheduling, which can modify daily capacity schedules for up to 7 days in the future. This does not affect normal schedule settings for each location. I want Bob to be able to manage both, but we'll discuss how the shift manager might do this differently. Under upgrades, I definitely want Bob to be able to apply account upgrades to spend the currency that you can earn. We'll be discussing how currency works in another video. We also want Bob to be able to assign location boosts to spend currency on locations. And I also want Bob to be able to manage reporting. I want him to be able to look at the usage data and get daily feedback as to how things are coming along. I don't need Bob to manage billing information and statements for the account, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Now, Bob is going to manage all access to all locations. If I had multiple locations, I could choose to limit the access to those locations by selecting here and choosing the individual locations. I've only got one, so I'm going to go ahead and choose all. We're going to add Bob now. As you can see, under limited access, I now have Bob listed, and all of his assignments can be edited by just clicking that little edit icon and coming back here and making any changes I need. I'm going to go ahead and add another user here, and this is my shift manager, Lisa Little. Lisa handles night shifts and swing shifts for our later hours. I'm going to go ahead and put Lisa and her email in. I'm going to go ahead and assign her to limited access as well. I want Lisa to be able to add, edit, and delete deals, but I do not want her to be able to change things like location info or change our holiday hours. But I do want her to be able to set temporary scheduling needs in the middle of the evenings. Sometimes we have users, the customers who come in, and we might be at capacity. I want her to be able to assign if maybe somebody were to put a reservation in for a table and book up the evening. I want her to be able to come in there and turn off the number of Spins users who might be coming into the restaurant. So I'm going to leave her with the temporary scheduling, but she doesn't really have the ability to edit the regular schedule. I'm going to go ahead and turn off account upgrades. She doesn't need to be worrying about that, or location boosts. I do want her to be able to look at reports so that she can make better plans for night scheduling and for staff, but I don't need her to necessarily be managing billing either. Again, if I wanted her to have access to other locations, I would choose limited and assign her to a specific location that would be for her. But since we only have one, I'll go ahead and choose all and add user. So now, as you can see, I've got one shift manager and one general manager managing different responsibilities inside my user profile. Thank you again for watching.